Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is Apple's new leather sleeve. Now this one is for the iPhone 12 mini, but it's available for the 12, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max. And this was the only size available, at least locally, without having to wait days for it to come in. Now this does come in 4 different colors, and again, this was the only one available. So this is the saddle brown color, but you also have Baltic blue, pink citrus, and product red. So again, this was the only one available locally, and the other ones were basically having to ship and would take weeks to get here. Now this one, like I said, is for the iPhone 12 mini, but it can come in all different sizes and is $129. So I debated even getting this. It seems awful expensive, but let's go ahead and open it up. It's a pretty thick package here. You can see it says $129. Let's open this up here and see what we've got. So inside here is the leather sleeve itself, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. And then inside the box, it says designed by Apple in California, and it has a little sleeve here that comes with it. So this is kind of interesting, and I'm not sure if this has been compared before, but this I think is thicker for a case than for the iPhone 12 box itself. So this is a box for the iPhone 12 Pro, and it's just something I noticed, nothing particularly exciting, but it's definitely thicker than the iPhone 12 Pro box. So it's kind of weird for a case, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. So inside the case itself, if we pull this piece out, it just says Apple, One Park Way, Cupertino, California. And then on the back, it says the case is made with high quality, supple leather to protect your phone. Leather is natural, and on and on. And this is actually what Apple says is European leather that is specially tanned and finished. So what you'll notice is if you go to their website and you look up the leather case, for example, that I have here on the iPhone 12 mini, this does not say that it's European leather. It just says that it's leather. However, if you look up the wallet, it does say that it's European leather. So the feel is very similar to the leather wallet, for example, as far as the overall feel of it. And then also, if you've seen one of the iPhone 10 sort of flip or folio cases, it's got the same sort of feel or texture as this. Again, if you look up the folio case for the iPhone 10, it is basically, or 10s Max, it's the same European leather. So it's very similar in texture to that. So it feels very high quality. Inside, it looks like you've got sort of a protective layer there. And we also have a sleeve inside of the wallet that is made to hold a credit card. So if you have an Apple card, for example, this is my Apple card. It's really stained from a different wallet I was using, but you can slide it in there and it will be protected from any magnets. And it is a MagSafe case. So before we put it on the iPhone, I have some magnet paper here, and you can see we have MagSafe in it. So it will attach to the phone, and you can use MagSafe accessories. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. And the first thing is I used to use a sleeve for my iPhone for the first iPhone. So when I had the original iPhone, I'd use this with a sleeve. This isn't my original iPhone, but it is a working original iPhone. And basically this particular iPhone is one I used to protect in a sleeve before people made a lot of cases for it. And I do find it's a good way to protect it and then still be able to feel what the phone is like to use. So let me go ahead and take off the regular leather case here. And this is the black iPhone 12 mini. You'll see we unlock it here, and we should be able to slide it into place. And let's see what it feels like. As soon as we slide it in, you'll see the time displays, and then it changes to the brown color to match the case. You have an opening for your microphone, or your speaker rather, and then your microphones are open on the bottom. So I suppose you could take a phone call with this, but I'm not sure. So you can see it displays the time, and it is not an always on display. So it just shut off. If you tap the phone, it doesn't turn on. I guess if you pick it up, it will turn on and show you the time, and then it matches the case. I do like that touch. It's really Apple-like. Now, one of the interesting things is, despite this being an OLED display, when I pick it up here, you'll see the rest of the display is on. I'm not sure why they did that. With an OLED display, you can light up specific pixels, so they didn't have to do that, but they did. And then also, we have this little leather strap that goes with it. So let me undo this. And I thought this would be making it easier to pull the phone out of the leather sleeve, but I guess you can put it in here like this and clip it into place. It's high quality metal with leather, and you can clip on both pieces here. And I guess I need to put the other piece on first. Let's do this again. So that was a little rookie mistake, I suppose, but fold this in on itself, put this little strap here like that, and then clip down the top, and it will hold it in place. So now you've got a secure strap for the leather sleeve, although I don't know that everyone will want that. Now you can pull the phone out from the side here like this. So even if you have a different wallpaper, it will still shift to whatever the color of the case is. So if you have a red case or a blue case, it will shift to that color. So that's kind of interesting. Now you could use the wallet accessory with it, I suppose. So if we clip it into place here, you'll see it sticks to the back, although it doesn't have that piece in the bottom that will keep it from rotating. So you see down here, you can see a little bit of a magnet or something there, but it's not strong enough to keep the leather case from keeping the wallet case rotating like you get with the back of an iPhone 12 mini, for example, like we have here. You have 3 lines and it holds everything in place like that so it doesn't twist. So that's something to note. So if we put the green iPhone 12 mini in place, it should again flip to that wallpaper as well, or the matching screen. So we'll flip it over here, slide the green one into place. As soon as it locks in, the color changes and now matches. So it's kind of nice that it does that. I wish you could customize this, make it always on. You can tap the screen to turn it on, just like you could on an iPhone here, or you can pick it up to turn it on. Now on the back, you have a cutout for the lenses for the camera, so it's keeping that protected and nice and safe. But the seam and the way they decided to do this is kind of interesting. So if we look around the outside edge, it's very nicely stitched. They did a great job. And you'll see the strap holds on nice and strong. And I'm not sure who would use this regularly, maybe around your wrist like that. And I have huge hands, so it fits comfortably. This sleeve is available for the larger size iPhone 12 Pro Max. So I guess if you wanted to keep it in a sleeve, in a bag, or a wallet, that would be really nice. And I have to say that after using these different phones for a while, holding on to them without anything on them as far as a case makes the experience much better. That's my opinion. So if you do have one of these cases, of course, it makes it look that much nicer. So if we put it in here again, it clicks into place, it changes the display, and then you can charge it in the case as well. So if we charge it, we've got a little charging icon, and it tells us there that it's charging. Now, you don't have to use Apple's MagSafe charger. You can use any Qi-compatible wireless charger. Just place the case on it, make sure it's aligned properly, and it will start charging. Now, it's much easier with MagSafe since it self-aligns, can charge up to 12 or 15 watts, depending on which phone you're using, and just makes it a little bit easier. But you can use any Qi-compatible wireless charger if you have one already to continue charging it through the case. So it will work with those accessories. So now I'm calling myself, and you can see that it says Aaron Zollo FaceTime Audio. So when you call yourself, whoever's calling will appear in the little window there. And if I hung up, it doesn't tell me that I've missed a call. But again, when you call yourself, it will pop up in the window and say someone is calling. So once you're receiving a call, I don't see a way to actually answer it if you're receiving a call and you're using this case. You actually have to slide the phone out to answer it, and I'm surprised there's not a way to actually answer it while it's in the sleeve. I don't see a way to do that where you could just tap it or slide the display, answer the call, put this up to your ear, and then talk. I think you should be able to do that, but for some reason you can't. So again, if I call myself back, it's calling. I can't do anything when I'm receiving a call. So again, if I slide this out, I can answer the call. If I put this back in the sleeve like this, it seems to hang up the call. So it's kind of interesting that they've decided to do that. Now, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I really like Apple's leather cases. I think they're quality, but if you don't like leather, you don't have another option either. So it's kind of interesting there. The stitching is really well made, like I said, and it's kind of an interesting product from Apple. I don't particularly like the overall design myself. I don't like the strap on the bottom. I'd probably remove this and just use the sleeve itself. But I think it's a great way to protect the phone. And then, of course, you can carry a card in here, and it sort of shields it from the phone as well. It's in the front where the magnets are not, so you have that option also. So I think it's nice. I don't know that it's worth $129. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. If you're going to get your hands on one of these cases, let me know what color you're picking up as well. Or if you're using a case at all, I'd love to hear from you also. If you'd like to get your hands on the wallpaper I have in this video, of course, I'll link that in the description like I normally do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.